What's poppin', people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I do hope you are all doing well today, mate. I really do hope that Chelsea are playing Crystal Palace in the Premier League this weekend, and Chelsea need a win. In my opinion, they really do need to rally after some negative results, and certainly a lot of negativity around the Chelsea fan base, and Frank Lampard can hopefully achieve that against the Eagles, who, let's remember, play a deadly counter-attacking style of football that tucked up Manchester United recently, so it's not going to be easy. Frank Lampard's just finished his press conference and has confirmed Hakim Ziyech will not be available for this game, and Christian Pulisic will be available, but he won't be starting. Look, whatever, fine, we move. So today we're going to talk about how the game might go down, and also I'm going to do a predicted lineup and talk about who I think will and should be playing in this game. Guys, we are so close to 100,000 subscribers here on Football Therapy. Well, relatively close, 4K off, but hey, in the grand scheme of things, that's pretty close. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, mate. If you come back and watch the videos and you enjoy my content, you might not be subbed, just click the button, bro. And hell, if you do enjoy the content, make sure that all important bell notifications icon is checked too, because it is important, mate. And yeah, we move. Also, if you want to support your boy, drop a like on this video. Why not, mate? I mean, it's a click of a button, it's pretty easy. Alright, let's get into it then. So yes, Chelsea have had it rough of late. They had the disappointing loss against Tottenham Hotspur while going out on penalties, a draw after full time, and of course the West Brom comeback, which really was a disappointing result ultimately. But Chelsea do have good players. Frank Lampard has proved he can get this Chelsea side playing attacking football. He did it last season, he can do it again. We can improve, we can be better, we have to be better. So let's switch up screens so I can show you some lineups. For some context, this is the Crystal Palace team that beat Manchester United 3-1. It's a 4-4-2 with Ayew and Zaha up front. They won't be able to play Michy Batshuayi, I don't think, because I do believe the loan move rule is still in place, where a loanee can't play against his parent club. Eze could start, I suppose. He's a very, very good player indeed. Regardless, expect here a 4-4-2 formation from Wibbly Wobbly Roy Hodgson's Crystal Palace to basically try and beat Chelsea on the counter, which Chelsea will be vulnerable to, so they have to be extra careful in transition and watch that danger man Wilfried Zaha, which hopefully Chelsea are well prepared to do, and we just don't do anything too silly in this game. Switch over to my proposed lineup for this game. Now this is kind of half what I think and half what I think is going to happen in this game. I think Chelsea are going to play a 4-3-3 and not a 4-2-3-1. They're going to try and need to control the game more. In goal, I've got Edouard Mendy, the new Chelsea goalkeeper, who is seemingly the number one and obviously impressed on his debut. At right back, I've got Reece James bombing up and down the right flank, hopefully doing the business. At left back, Ben Chilwell should be good to go. Chilly B, that's right. When he came off, we conceded a goal against Tottenham due to Emerson's presence. I don't think either Emerson or Marcus Alonso are going to feature in this game. I don't even think Azpilicueta is going to play at left back. It's going to be Ben Chilwell at left back, and we move. For me, the centre-back partnership will consist of Thiago Silva coming back, who had a rest last game out, who Frank Lampard does trust and by all accounts will be a starting centre-back this season for Chelsea, and I see him being partnered with Kurt Zouma, who's been playing very well for Chelsea, and obviously him, Thiago Silva and Edouard Mendy can all speak French in front of the goal, so that makes a lot of sense for me, and that completes our defensive back four. Now I do see this being a 4-3-3 and not a 4-2-3-1 because we've looked better in the 4-3-3 of late. Even though it might not be his preferred and ideal position, I do see N'Golo Kante playing the lone 6 CDM role, running around and trying to sweep up in transition if Crystal Palace turn the ball over. I see him being flanked by Kai Havertz playing in an attacking 8. I think Frank Lampard wants to play the 4-2-3-1 with Kai Havertz in a free role as a number 10, like he did at Barnsley, scoring his hat-trick and getting that assist for Ross Barkley. But in terms of what's been happening recently, I think it makes a lot more sense to play a 4-3-3. And yes, the controversial figure, I think Mason Mount will start as the other attacking 8. Now, he shouldn't be, but Mason Mount currently is a conflicting figure. He missed the penalty and he had a poor performance against Tottenham. This is his preferred position, an attacking 8, and he has been playing great for Chelsea generally lately in this position. Not as a number 10, not out wide and as a winger, in this position. I think Chelsea would do the right thing to protect him by putting him back in, showing them they have faith in him, watching him run around, press, and do everything you need to do as an attacking 8. I do think he's going to start this game. You know, he may be wrong, he may be taken out of the firing line, but I think that could do him more damage than good. As long as Kai Havertz is the other attacking 8, Kante is running around doing defensive work, I think it does make sense to put Mason Mount in there, but we'll see what happens. Maybe he will get rested. Now, we're short on wingers, so what I think is going to happen for the front three is Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's been looking pretty good lately. He was quiet against Tottenham, but he looked far more mature on the pitch, which is a huge positive. I think we see him starting on the right wing, switching with the left winger. Of course, Christian Pulisic isn't likely to start, so Timo Werner starts on the left wing for me, and up front, Tammy Abraham starts as the striker, as the number 9, because Olivier Giroud, we all thought the partnership would be great, but him combining up top with Werner, but he looks pretty quiet and he couldn't get in the game last time out. So I see Tammy starting this game, and that makes the front three. Now, Hakim Ziyech isn't going to be on the bench, but Christian Pulisic is. I think if Chelsea are not scoring enough goals, I think what might happen is Tammy might come off for Christian Pulisic, and Timo Werner might move down the middle and play as the central striker, and Christian Pulisic can combine on the left, swapping flanks with Callum Hudson-Odoi, and that really should be super threatening as a attacking force. Alright, let's get rid of this screen and talk about the game a little bit more and do some predictions. Honestly, I don't think this is going to necessarily be a mega high scoring game. I think Palace will soak it up as much as they can, look to hit Chelsea on the break. So it's going to be a case of Thiago Silva, Zuma and Kante being ready for that turnover, being ready for that transition from attack into defence, and really Reece James tracking the runs of Wilfried Zaha. He's going to have to be really, really on it that day. And if they do break through, Edouard Mendy in goal, being ready for the 1v1s, being ready for the saves. He looks like he can make a save. I don't think they'll be putting that many crosses. I mean, if they get a set piece, it's good to have Mendy claiming the crosses and the balls. But ultimately, he's got to be ready for potentially an eventual 1v1 from, you know, Ayew or Zaha or Eze, someone like that. The onus will be on Chelsea to really create, combine and do something in the final third against a block 8, 9, loads of defenders camping in the box. They're going to have to basically use the likes of Kai Havertz to float in and out between the lines, making some triangles, getting creative and being clinical with their finishing when they have the chance. Hopefully Chelsea will have a point to prove here, really feel like they need to do something, and I think you know what, I'm going to go back on what I said. I do think Chelsea will score goals. I'm going to put in the score prediction for this game, 3-1 to Chelsea. I just can't see Chelsea keeping a clean sheet. Even if they're playing really, really well, could be complacency that sees them conceding perhaps later on in the game, or maybe it's 1-1 and then Chelsea really sort themselves out and push on because they have the quality to do it. They're a good team, they just need to believe in themselves. And I have to predict that Chelsea secure all 3 points here. Palace are no mugs, man. Like I said, they beat Man United 3-1 playing counter-attacking football against a possession side, and they will absolutely try to do the same thing against Chelsea this weekend. So we've got to be really, really careful, really, really wary of those dangers, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you know, Timo Werner gets a Premier League goal. Kai Havertz gets a Premier League goal. Hell, Pulisic off the bench, Premier League goal again. So we'll see what happens, but I'm really keen to get your thoughts and opinions, so put your score predictions down in the comment section below. And if you have enjoyed this preview I've done for you guys, please do drop a like on the video, and of course, subscribe to Football Therapy. If you're new to the experience, help me get to that beautiful landmark. Anything else to say? Not really, man. So enjoy the football, and I will see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.